Hey Budget Squad, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to click on today's video to join me for another budgeting adventure. In today's video, we are going to be doing my weekly budget check-in for the week of November 17th through November 24th. If you are new, welcome. My name is Summer and I'm currently on a financial journey to pay off all of my debt while saving money at the same time. Here on my channel, I am documenting my journey to financial freedom and make videos on budgeting, paying off debt, saving money, and pretty much anything money related. If that's content that you're interested in, go ahead and stick around and consider hitting that subscribe button to join me on my financial journey. I would love to have you become a part of the Budget Squad. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another video. I truly appreciate your support. If you are new, I am a zero-based budgeter and I do budget using the cash envelope system. Here is a look at the weekly budget form that I'm going to be using for my weekly check-in. I did purchase this form off of Etsy. For my weekly budget check-in, we are going to be going over my spending and then we're going to be doing a budget check-in and a reflection. So for the spending portion, I list the date, the item I purchased, the category that it came out of, the cost, and then whether it was a need or want. I did go ahead and pre-fill in this section just to save time, but I will go over all of that information with you guys now. On November 17th, I did go to Costco to pick up a couple of food items that came out of the food category, and I spent $16.99. I would say that was a need. While I was at Costco, my son and I did stop by the food court. He got some ice cream and I got a smoothie. That came out of the food category and that was $5.93 and that was a want. On 11/17, I did have to go to Best Buy to get a new bottle for my soda stream that came out of the food category and that was $35.69. That was a need. We do have the soda stream. I like the soda stream. It allows us to be able to make sodas at home. My son does like to make his soda at home and then I use it to make my sparkling water. And the machine takes, I forget what those bottles are called. It's basically the bottle that allows the drink to be carbonated. So we had to refill 2 of our bottles. So that was $35.69. On 11/18, I did go to Vons to pick up some food items for dinner. That was $12.95. I would say that was a need. On 11/23, I did go to Rev after the gym with some friends, and I got a coffee and an acai bowl that came out of the food category, and that was $19. That was definitely a want. On November 18th, I did have to get gas that came out of transportation. That was $49.57, and I would say that is a need. On November 23rd, I went to Costco. I had to do a price adjustment. And while I was at Costco, I did get some gas that came out of transportation, and that was $34.98. That was a need. On November 20th, I did have a hair appointment that came out of health and beauty. That was $110. I would say that was a need. On 11/21, I did go to Starbucks. That came out of the health and beauty category. That was $10, and I would say that was a want. Health and beauty, I previously called self-care, and I am going to be changing this back to self-care. However, I labeled my envelope health and beauty, but it really is self-care, and self-care can cover a lot of different things. So I wanted to treat myself to some coffee. So that's why it came out of that envelope, and that was $10. On 11/24, I did go to my local winery to have a glass of wine, and I did tip the the lady serving the wine, that came out of health and beauty, or the self-care envelope, and that was $5. That was a want. On 11/24, because I was out drinking wine, I did catch the Circuit, which is like a local Uber. That came out of transportation. That was $6, and that was a want. On 11/23, I did go to Surf Club to listen to some live music. That came out of the fun envelope, and that was $13.64. That was a want. On 11/24, I did go to Alberto's to get a breakfast burrito. That came out of the fun category. That was $11.79. That was a want. And then Friday night, my son had a basketball game, and after the basketball game, we did go out to dinner. I do have to pay a spectator fee and for parking for his basketball game. So that came out of fun, and that was $60, and that was it's a need slash want. Like, I had to go to his game, but we did not have to go out to dinner afterwards. So that is a look at my spending. So now that I have tracked all of my spending, the next thing I want to do is I want to use the highlighter method so that I can do my budget check-in. So each category has a different color, and we're going to go ahead and highlight our spending. That way we can do our budget check-in. So let's start with food. I had quite a bit of food spending this week. We're going to highlight the food spending in this teal color. Okay. So food for the week, we started the week off with $92.89. So let's go ahead and see how much we spent in food this week. $16.99 plus $5.93 plus $35.69 plus $12.95 plus $19. So for food, we spent $90.56. We did start the week off with $92.89, and we spent $90.56. So that means we have $2.33 left in our food category for the month. Next, let's track my fun. Next, let's highlight my fun spending. I did have quite a few fun spending. And for fun, we started the week off with $141.22, and we spent $13.64 plus $11.79 plus $60. So for fun, we spent $85.43. So if we take $141.22 and subtract $85.43, that means we are left with $55.79 in our fun category. For guilt-free, we did not have any money in guilt-free, and we did not spend any money in guilt-free. And then household, we did not have any money in household, and we did not spend any money in household. So we'll continue to have $0 for the remaining of the month for guilt-free and household. For health and beauty or self-care, I did have a couple of expenses. So I have those highlighted. So let's go ahead and add those up. And for health and beauty, we started the week out with $173. And we spent $110 plus $10 plus $5. So we spent $125 in my health and beauty / self-care envelope. So if we take the $173 that we started with and subtract $125, that means we are left with $48 in our health and beauty envelope for the remaining of the month. For miscellaneous, I did not have any miscellaneous expenses. We started the week off with $7.09. We did not spend any money, so we'll continue to have $7.09 in our miscellaneous category. For transportation, I did have some transportation expenses. So let me highlight those. We started the week off with $251.23 in transportation, and we spent $49.57 plus $34.98 plus $6. So we spent $90.55 in our transportation category, and we started the week off with $251.23. And we need to subtract the $90. Oops, I did that wrong. $251.23 minus $90.55. So we are left with $160.68 in our transportation envelope for the remaining of the month. I do budget $300 for transportation. However, it looks like I'm not using this $300, so I am going to need to adjust my budget so I can use this money to pay off some debt. So I will be looking at how I spent my money in the month of November and take that information to help me create my budget for December. So now that we have done our spending and budget check-in, lastly is my reflection section. And in the reflection section, it says, what did I do well? I did well staying on budget and using self-control. There were a lot of things that I wanted to buy or could have bought, but I did not buy those items. So I'm happy that I did stay within budget. Where can I improve? I definitely can improve in my food category as well as my fun category. A lot of my spending is in food and fun. I definitely want to try to lower my food budget at the beginning of next year, and I want to be mindful of how much I'm spending in fun. I am very social and I love hanging out with my friends and doing things, but to save money, I am going to have to say no sometimes to doing fun things, especially if it involves spending money. So doing some things that don't really involve spending that much money. Like this week I did go to trivia, which was free, and it was nice because we ended up winning a bottle of wine. So that was really nice. Next week's goal is just to continue to stay on budget. I am off all next week, so I do want to stay on budget and eat at home, because I do not have a lot of money in my food category. I only have $2.33, so I want to make sure that I'm eating at home to save money. Well, that is a look at, well, that completes my weekly budget check-in. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and definitely consider hitting that subscribe button to join me on my financial journey. I would love to have you become a part of the Budget Squad. In the comment section, let me know how you did this week. What did you do well? Where can you improve in your budget? And what are your financial goals for next week? Also in the comment section, let me know if there are any videos that you would like me to film in December. And if you have made it to the end of this video, please leave a green heart to let me know that you made it to the end of the video. Well, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! But before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It definitely helps out my channel, and I truly appreciate your support.